Honeymoon is horror.
The Honeymoon is horror.
Yep.
The first edition.
Yeah.
We watched
Saw.
Yes. We watched it.
We sure did.
You have things to say about it?
Yeah. Lots of things.
Really? You have a lot of things to say about it, eh?
One major thing.
Okay, well, we'll get to this. So the 2004 classic Saw, we watched it. We're going to discuss it. This is the horror movie podcast in which my wife Corissa and I watch horror movies and discuss it.
Yep.
A little subset of it. Of course, we're still drinking because that's how we do it here in this establishment. And we're drinking a Seltzer.
We sure are. From
Eagle Park Brewing Company, which is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is a mango hard seltzer. It is 8% ABV, which is pretty high for a seltzer, I feel like.
ABV?
Alcohol by volume. So 8% alcohol.
Oh. I was going to say, it says alcohol, not ABV.
Yep. It's same thing. Alcohol / volume. You see that? It says volume.
Oh, I do see that.
Yeah. Let's describe it. Smell it. It smells like a mango.
It does smell like a mango. Like, I'm surprised it smells like a mango.
It's got like I feel like it has like a mint taste to it a little bit. Mango and mint.
I mean, I kind of get that a little bit. It's like very, very refreshing. But I feel like I say that about every seltzer that we drink.
This is good, though. It actually has flavor to it rather than seltzer flavor. It has the mango flavor.
Right.
It is what it says it is.
It's not like a LaCroix.
Right. Yeah, LaCroix is disgusting. So
no, it's not.
That's what we're drinking. So far, so good. Let's talk about the 2004 movie Saw. Now, a few notes I want to touch on before we start it. So, the first time I watched this movie, I watched it alone. I was around 13 or 14 years old. I want to say I was 13 because I think it came out at least on DVD and VHS in summer. And I went to Family Video, an establishment that really is no longer in existence. Is when
no, I think it is.
Not many places.
Not many places, but I think there are still some out there.
Could be. But back in the day when people had VCRs for VHS tapes as well as DVD players, they would go to these places called movie rental establishments and rent movies. This is before streaming. This is before.
So weird to hear you describe like a video rental place.
Well, you would go there and you would just essentially pay money to borrow a movie, a DVD or a VHS.
Yeah.
And then you would take it home, watch it, and then eventually return it. And if you were kind, you would rewind.
It's like the library of movies.
Yeah, kind of. Pretty much. Only it costs money, whereas libraries usually don't. It doesn't cost money to.
That's true.
So, the first time I watched this movie, or I had to, I wanted to see it in theaters, but my mom wouldn't let me. And then I convinced my mom finally to let me rent it. We go to Family Video. Every DVD of it is gone. So usually with the new releases, they're gone pretty quickly. So all the DVDs were gone. There was one VHS left, and I happened to have a VCR in my room at the time, so I was able.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. I grabbed it, threw it in the VCR, and began to watch. Now, you've never seen this movie before.
No, I've never seen it. This is my first time.
Of the Saw series, this is the one that I've watched the most. This is one I've seen the most times. But I don't know the last time I watched it. It's been a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe we own majority of them, except for kind of the last ones, the last maybe 2 or 3.
I've never seen any of them.
I want to say, and I could be very wrong on this, I want to say there's 8 or 9. And then, of course, there's the new edition called Spiral, which is like it has
like
Chris Rock in it. Yeah, I don't really know. So that came out this year. I want to see it, but we have to watch all these other ones before we can watch Spiral. I would imagine.
There's 8 movies.
8 of them. And now the Spiral makes 9. So this is number 1, 2004, all right? So initially when I saw the trailer for this movie, I had been playing a game on PlayStation called Manhunt, in which I never beat Manhunt, but the goal of Manhunt is this guy wakes up and he's in this weird scenario where all these like psychos are trying to kill him.
Okay.
All right? And then
what an unlucky
and
dude.
you're being recorded by some demented guy, and then in order to escape you have to kill all these people. And then there's scenarios where you find shards of glass, you find a plastic bat or a baseball bat, and the longer you creep behind somebody, and I think you press like the square or circle button,
sure,
and the circle around that person gets darker and darker, the more brutal the violence of you killing them is.
This is a real video game?
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
What?
So initially,
how old were you?
Oh man, I'm like Madison's age.
Oh my god. It's horrible.
It was a pretty intense game. But so I watched this and I was thinking, oh, this is a Manhunt video game or movie, because I saw the trailer and I kind of saw. I was like, at the time I was like, yeah, this seems like this would fall in line with that. But then it was Saw, and then eventually I realized it was something completely different. So you said after watching it that this movie was something that you thought it would be different. What did you think it was going to be?
Well, what I had said to you before, I think I got the Saw movies mixed up because there are so many of them. But I thought that there was going to be more of like everybody was locked in a house and they had to like solve these puzzles and they like would make their way through the house and people, along the way would die, but then at the end they'd have like a soul winner or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like your traditional horror movie.
And there's kind of, I think there's those kind of vibes in future ones.
Yeah. And I mean, there are some of the, like, it does kind of, in a way. Well, there's no winner. Well, there is a winner.
Yeah. This I feel like this movie is a break from your traditional horror slasher movie. Surprisingly, though, with this one, so we're only met with it comes to an abrupt start. Dude's in the bathtub.
Yeah, it starts immediately.
There's no build up to it. We're in it.
Yep.
All right. We got the 2 guys, Adam, Lawrence. They're shackled.
Larry.
Good old Larry. And it's an abrupt start. And then, oddly enough, the guy that plays Larry is also Jerry from Liar Liar. Remember him? The wonderful Jerry who was...
Really?
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Oh, my gosh.
So
that's weird.
So Jerry or Larry, whatever you want to call him, Lawrence, they're in the predicament, and then whatever we find out about it. It's there's no build up, and the weird thing about it, like, it made me think about the other ones because it's been a while since I've seen any of them.
Yeah.
We only are really introduced to 3 other scenarios briefly in the movie.
In this movie?
Yeah. So we have.
So the other movies like kind of branch off from this one?
Yeah, a little bit. I think so.
So they're not like independent movies that are sort of standalone, or they are, but
it's important. I think it's good to watch them in order. I wouldn't watch 2 without watching 1.
Okay.
Just because it's the storylines are kind of different.
Yeah.
But ultimately the chase to finding who Jigsaw is the key.
Well, don't you know who Jigsaw is?
Well, we know who he is, and then in Saw 1, Danny Glover knows who he is at the end. Well, actually, he doesn't even know. He gets killed.
No, he thinks it's the one dude.
Danny Glover. Whatever happened to that guy? He's in it.
Yep.
Gets his throat cut at one point.
That was so ridiculous. Okay, so...
We're jumping ahead, but
yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
No, let's let's go in order from what
Well,
you wanna,
I mean,
how
I'm
you
just
wanna
saying.
structure this.
So there's one main situation, two guys chained to pipes in a bathroom, more or less, dead guys
Right.
in the center. They're given directions. Jerry's got to kill, or I keep calling him Jerry because liar. Fucking
Larry has to kill Adam,
got to kill Adam.
the other guy
There's
chained up.
backstories with it and all that, but then like to get a feel for the movie or feel for the vibes of the scenario we're in. We're only introduced to 3 other scenarios briefly. One with the guy being in the barbed wire cage.
Yep.
One with Amanda who survived, who
Yep.
got the head trap.
Yep.
If she would have failed, her head would have gotten ripped. And then one where the guy has the flammable substance around his body and has to find the combination with the thing. Out of those ones, what one would you have liked the most?
What do you mean?
If you had to be in one of those situations, which one would you
okay.
like the most?
So obviously none of them, but
Obviously. Phil, cut it out. These darn dogs.
I feel like I would want Amanda's situation.
Yeah, where you have to stab the guy who is.
Well, okay, but she was like able to move freely.
She had to kill somebody. She had to stab the guy with a knife and dig through his insides, and she only had like a minute to do it.
Yeah, you're right.
So you would like that one?
Yeah, but the other two had like the one guy with the flammable stuff. There was broken glass all over the floor.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's true.
Everywhere that he walked was just excruciating, except I'm sure your body goes into shock, so you don't really feel it after a while.
Maybe.
But then the other guy had all the barbed wire. So like every
wire.
move you make, you're in pure agony. And with her situation, at least, I mean, I know they had the mouth
Just somebody
thing.
else is in agony, not you.
Well,
It's do or die.
I know.
So I would also be in that situation. I would pick that one.
You would pick that one too?
Yeah. You know
For
they
what
make-
reason? Why would you pick that one?
Because it'd be less painful for me,
Yeah.
more
Okay.
painful for the other.
God,
guy.
we're selfish.
In that situation, you kind of have to be.
Right.
He gives you. I mean, he puts these people in these situations because we don't really know Amanda's backstory. We just know that she was a drug addict.
Right.
But he picks these people who don't appreciate. He thinks don't appreciate life.
Right.
And puts them in. That's one way to really give somebody a wake up call.
Well, I guess one way. Yeah.
You know, we just tell our kids, "Hey, this is how I had it when I was younger. You have it a lot better.
Right.
Appreciate it." Whereas,
this
you know,
guy.
those people wake up in weird places. And one thing I noticed about the movie is every like location, Lawrence's apartment, Adam's apartment, they're all just shitholes.
They really are.
They're all in like abandoned warehouses.
They
feel
really
like.
are. They're like in these weird.
And the dude's a
Yeah.
surgeon. Why get some
I
better
know.
security? There's
Right.
a guy in your kids. All right. So what's the one thing you do if your kid calls you and says, "Hey, there's something in my closet"? What's the one thing you're supposed to do? Open the closet and tell them there's
Yeah,
no.
right?
And show them. Hey, nothing in here.
Right.
Lawrence really screwed that
Well,
one, huh?
there were a lot of things in this movie that I felt like were stupid.
Yeah. I mean,
So my overall opinion of
yeah.
the movie was it was bad.
why was it bad?
First of all, I thought the
I liked
acting.
it.
I thought the acting sucked.
Acting's fine.
Lawrence was not believable. Stick to Liar Liar. Don't do
Okay.
horror movies because I felt like he was just
At
so
the end,
blah.
at the end where he cuts his foot off and he's frantic and going crazy, pretty believable to me.
Okay, so that was okay, but literally everything leading up to it was like, we gotta figure this out. I don't know what this means. Adam, who are you? Like, I just
Oh, see,
felt like it was so bad.
I have a differing opinion about it. So
Why?
I have a note that says Jerry is very astute. He's aware of what's like. He'd be really good at escape rooms.
Oh,
So this
I'm
is
not
like-
saying that he wouldn't be, but I'm
This
just
is like-
saying that.
This is like I'm pretty sure this is how escape rooms got invented. They started
Oh, I
watching
think
these
so.
movies, but because you got the keys, you got the puzzles or whatever. Jerry right away, he's just like, "Oh, follow your heart. Oh, look, there's a poo-shaped heart on the toilet.
Right.
Dig
Yeah,
in, buddy."
That's disgusting. I know, and then he makes him dig in the.
Yeah, it makes him dig in the toilet, and then also these fucking dogs.
Do you want me to pause this?
Well, I just want them to stop.
Let me.
Okay, we're back. As I was saying before, I was really interrupted by these mutts. Jerry's very astute. He'd be good at escape rooms, and I feel like this is how escape rooms got developed.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this is how the idea came to be. But
I think so.
So I agree that I think his character is very astute, but I'm just saying I don't think that he was.
Well, that's the way you should. That's the way you should act. He's like in shock. He wakes up, and he had been awake for a while before the Adam dude woke up from the tub, and then so he's had some time to process this and think, hey, there's a reason we're here. We got to get out of here. And
Yeah. Okay.
he doesn't really get upset until he finds out the wife and
Well, I
kid
know, but there's some
are in danger.
like how did they not remember how what happened? Like as they're in there, they're like, oh wait,
gee, I don't know. Maybe they got drugged.
yeah.
A person kidnapped them wearing a pig mask.
Yeah, but don't you think it's weird? Well, wouldn't
A pig mask?
No, well, yes, that's weird. But so Larry was like, I don't know how far into the movie it was, but he was like, oh, I remember this thing about this guy who the jigsaw pieces, and he acts like it was so long ago. It was only 5 months ago. Like, wouldn't that be more fresh in your memory?
5
You
months
wouldn't
ago? Name something you did 5 months ago.
Okay, but if
Name something you did 5 months ago.
Listen to my point here. This is like a
Shit.
pretty.
You got no point.
This is like a pretty big thing, right?
Yeah, that's what she
and
said.
if you woke up in a room chained to a pipe,
That wouldn't be my first thought. I'd be like, what the hell am I doing chained to a pipe? Oh, remember that news story that I was interrogated about?
well, he was still being interrogated about it. He was still being followed. So wouldn't he have thought?
Probably not.
I don't know.
If I wronged somebody, if I cut them off, and then I woke up and in a weird situation like that, and I remember I cut somebody off. And
No,
that
but
must be
he
what it is.
knew that. What's
had
the
to
guy?
think about it.
What's the guy's
Jigsaw.
name? No,
John?
the cop.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't. The
Danny
cop.
Glover.
Yeah. Well, he knew that he was still following him.
To a degree, because Adam was paid by Danny Glover to
yeah.
take pictures of him, so you didn't really know. But
You're right.
I mean, when you're waking up in the thing, you don't think straight. You don't think
I
rationally.
know.
It takes some time to build up that thought process. So you can disregard Jerry as you or
His name's
Larry.
Larry.
I call him Jerry from Liar Liar. From Larry as much as you want. He's okay. He's astute.
Whatever.
And I give him credit. But yeah, he also noticed the clock is running, so there's an awareness of time here.
Which is why I kind of thought maybe he was in on it in the beginning.
you thought he was in on it.
Yeah.
That's what you said in the beginning. Oh, I think
I
he's.
did.
You try to call it right away. He's the bad guy.
Yeah, I said I think he's the bad guy.
Well, you were wrong.
I was wrong.
You were very wrong. So yeah, I have that as a note that you think he's a bad guy.
I did in the beginning.
Yeah, but really the story just follows him, and what did he do that was so bad that made him deserve to be in that situation?
Almost cheated on his wife.
That's what gets you on there for.
I
almost,
guess.
I mean,
He doesn't appreciate what he has, his wife and child.
Right, he doesn't. You're right, but I mean, I think there's bigger
Way
crimes.
worse things.
There's bigger things that call for that situation
I
other
agree.
than, oh yeah, I almost fornicated with one of my medical students.
But I didn't.
But I didn't, and I left.
But was that the first time?
We don't know.
Yeah.
And same thing with the Adam guy. I mean, he was just following him. So it's like they weren't very deserving.
No.
The barbed wire guy, it set it up where it played the thing and it goes, you cut yourself, you do this, you don't appreciate life, so now you're really gonna learn. Amanda, we don't really know, and then the other,
Well, just that she was an addict.
yeah, but that's stupid. And then the what was the wax guy, the candle guy? What did he do?
I don't remember.
He just bullshitted people or something like that.
I don't remember. Was he a lawyer or something?
Yeah, I don't know. This Jigsaw guy he really is angry.
Yeah.
And we find out he's got a tumor. Johnny.
In
was
his
name.
frontal lobe.
His frontal lobe.
Yeah.
And then,
well, did you know that really does make you
nuts?
crazy?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Anything with your frontal lobe,
Yeah.
that makes you kind of insane.
Another thing I noticed with this movie, because I've seen them all, is this one is definitely the least goriest. It gets
The least goriest?
yes. It gets
The least gory.
whatever. It gets significantly more gory as you go throughout the series.
I could not watch him saw off his foot.
You saw it for like 6 seconds.
I couldn't watch it.
There's some rough stuff.
And even in the beginning, when I thought Adam was gonna vomit, I couldn't watch that either.
Yeah, why can't you watch somebody vomit?
Because it makes me vomit. Unless you want puke everywhere.
Cleaning up with Comet.
Comet.
Earth is My Planet.
What is wrong with you?
That's from another movie, Malibu's Most Wanted.
Oh my gosh.
Shrinky Shrink. Making me think. Making me want to vomit.
Okay.
Cleaning up with Comet.
Clommet?
Yeah. Earth is My Planet. That's what he says.
Oh my gosh.
You never seen that one?
No.
Yeah. But so it gets significantly more gory as it goes on. And it also, and I'm pretty, I don't know if the rest of them are built like this. I really don't remember, but this movie is heavily based on flashbacks.
Yeah.
And you have to, and it's kind of like abrupt flashbacks.
So,
It's
question.
yeah. Go ahead.
Are all of the movies, I know you kind of said what I was thinking this would be in the beginning kind of like is what some of the other movies are like.
Mm-hmm.
But are the other movies or do they all happen in one room?
No.
Okay.
No. I think the second one's in an entire house.
Okay.
And it's kind of like the escape room thing.
Sure.
You solve one puzzle, you go to the next room, solve additional puzzles.
Gotcha.
I remember, man, it's been so long since I've really watched them. And so I'll probably be surprised at the end of all of them again because I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember like one.
Did you remember this guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
So the surprise, the shock.
Hey.
We go through the whole thing. What? Did you see that
No,
coming?
go ahead.
What? No,
I got a comment after you make your comment.
Oh, I was just going to say, the big thing at the end is the guy in the middle of the room, who everyone thought was dead, pops up. He's like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" And then
yeah. So
it turns out that's the guy.
So here's my thing. How did they...
I try to watch him breathing during the movie.
That's what I was wondering. How would they have not...
How would he have not have twitched
At
during
all.
that entire
Like
thing?
not even once. And like they
Had a
couldn't
fart.
notice that he like was breathing, like his chest was,
I was
going
looking.
up and down.
I was watching the movie, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he was breathing. I think like if you look at him, you can see some movement. He was
Okay.
laying on his stomach though.
That's true. But
A little easier
do you
to
think when
hide.
they were filming it though, they didn't have a real person laying there?
No, I doubt it.
So then
Maybe
obviously if you were watching
maybe
for
he's
it,
breathing,
it wouldn't have been
maybe
there.
he's breathing them apart. I don't know. I don't know. But he was. You didn't see that coming.
No, I did not.
Did you know? Did you know that
All of a
there was
sudden
a
he
twist at the end? Did you
No.
expect? Oh, okay.
No. All of a sudden he started getting up and I was like, what the fuck?
That's the initial, like, so when I first watched it when I was, 13 or 14 years old, and I saw that happen, I was so, like, just aback. I was like, wait a minute. What's happening?
This does not fall into my
Yeah.
my
this is what
expectations of what movies are supposed to be
Right.
like.
this isn't M. Night Shyamalan. And then he goes, game over. The one
Yep.
thing I noticed in this movie, so, like, when you hear Saw or somebody refers to Saw, what do they always say?
Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, they never say that. He never says that in this movie. He never says, "Do you want to play a game?"
No, he
It's,
doesn't say that.
I
It's-
want to play a game, or he never
Something about a game.
he says
He
playing-
mentions a game,
Yeah,
but
but
he
he-
never says, "Do you want to play a game?"
I think that's like what the fuck is it called?
Like people misremember it.
No. There's a word. There's a thing. Mandela, the Mandela effect. So the Mandela effect, or the Mandela effect, or something
I
like
think
that.
it's Mandala.
Mandela effect, or I think it might be
Mandela.
Mandela, but it's when like everybody remembers it one way,
Right.
But it's really not.
It's like the ET thing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or even like with Star Wars when he says, "Luke, I am your father." That's not.
What he actually says.
Yeah, he goes like, "No, Luke, I am your father," or something like that.
Interesting.
It's not Luke, I am your father. He says it's something different. It's a different variation. Of
Right,
it.
right,
So,
right.
But so yeah, that phrase is, "Do you want to play a game?" is never
said in this movie.
Yeah, never said in this movie. So I was waiting for it.
Yeah. I know. I just, like I said,
you really didn't like it?
No, I didn't. I just
That's
thought
disappointing.
I mean, so there were moments that I liked.
You jumped twice.
Oh, I jumped.
More than that. One time because they fucking removed a blanket and revealed the puppet. You jumped.
I know. It was scary. That puppet is creepy. Oh, I'm going to have nightmares about that puppet. Ugh.
Should I get that puppet tattooed on me?
No. Fuck. No.
Wow. Okay.
No.
Why not?
Because it's terrifying.
I like this movie because it breaks from the mold of as much as I kind of wish the traditional horror movies would come back. This also broke the mold. So like my horror movie experience up to that age, I think it was like Scream 3 or Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street, where it's all these slasher old school slasher movies, which I love. I still love, and I like I said before, I want them to come back. But this was like a break from that. You know, when you're looking for something new when you're 13.
Okay,
your balls just dropped. You're looking for adventure.
Oh my god.
and
okay,
Saw had.
But do
had
you
offered
like
that.
this movie because it had a twist, or do you like this movie because it was a good movie?
It's a good movie. It's a good
I just
movie.
don't think it's that good of a movie.
It's a break from the mold.
I feel like it was.
You couldn't have guessed any.
The hype.
Nobody could have.
Hype.
Nobody could have guessed that.
I'm not saying that. I'm not. Okay, just because there was a surprise doesn't make it a good movie.
Come on.
I didn't like
What?
it.
Why? What wasn't?
I already told you. I thought the acting was bad.
Give me a break.
I thought the acting was
That's
bad.
part of the charm.
And then I just feel like this guy. I feel like this guy, yes, although he's got a tumor or whatever and he's crazy, like no one goes to that extreme and then doesn't get caught for however long. And why was he in the hospital? But then out of the hospital, if his brain tumor was like inoperable, like there wasn't enough.
Inoperable. He can't do anything about it. They just let you go. They're not gonna keep you chained to a bed.
But he
in a hospital.
In the hospital scene, he just looked like he was just like brain dead.
Just taking a snooze.
It just looked like he was brain dead.
You never been tired before?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
All right.
I don't know. I felt like there needed to be more information.
Well, maybe you got to watch the other ones to gain some more information. Are you willing to watch another one?
I guess.
Saw 2.
Sure.
Give it another shot. The second one.
Sure. I will.
But once you reach a certain point in the series, you can't stop no matter how bad it gets.
Why?
Because you have to.
Why?
It's like The Walking Dead for me. Even though I did stop watching it.
Yeah, me too. So you can't even say that.
But I'll watch it eventually.
No, you won't. You say that.
I'll watch
you
it.
won't.
I'll watch it. I got really far in that series. And that's one of the podcasts I might do with The Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Talk about if I'm going to walk through every episode of The Walking Dead, but talk about as a parent, this is what I would do. That's what it would be.
That's really funny.
As a parent,
this
is how I would handle Coral. Coral.
Oh my god.
But I think Saw is a good movie, and I think it's a good series. It gets a little intense sometimes, and like.
What do you mean intense? Define
just
intense.
Like gore. The gore,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like the gore. I like a subtle horror. I like more like the aftermath versus like watching it happen.
Yeah.
But Saw really gets into it.
Ugh.
Chester Bennington from Linkin Park is in one of them.
Really?
He's in one of the traps.
Really?
R.I.P. to him.
Yeah.
Passed away.
Yeah.
It was a while ago already. It was like
I know.
4 years ago almost.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It is sad.
Sad. But yeah, I think you should watch some other ones.
I mean, I will. Watching horror movies with me is
It's entertaining because you really get into it because why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? What's happening?
Yeah. Okay, so can we just talk about
God.
how nobody fucking shot this dude? The dude that was obviously not the what was his
Zep?
name? Zep. Okay.
The orderly from the hospital, in which
it's-
John like corrosed or corrosed.
No.
Cor-
Coerced.
That fucking word. Convinced him to participate in the abduction of the wife and daughter, and then potentially kill Lawrence if he doesn't fulfill the task.
Right.
Yeah, and nobody like the funniest part is like, first of all, Danny Glover has the main guy John, and one situation. Oh no, I guess there's another situation where the guy's sitting in the chair with the where he's with his partner, and the things like pointing at his neck is essentially like drill bits going into his neck. But they go instead of like
shooting him dead,
shooting him right away in the elevator. They're like, oh no, let's hide, and then we'll make a grand entrance.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Get under the table.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It'll be like an episode of Cops. Here we go. And then his buddy gets killed, or his partner gets killed.
Yep.
He gets his throat cut, and then becomes insane, gets discharged and all that. But then, yeah, when you're right, when he's literally living across into the other apartment building during this, stalking Lawrence and his family, which actually benefits them to the end.
Yeah,
and then gunshots go off. He makes his way there. The dude, what does he do? He hides behind a wood beam that's a third of his size.
Right,
his
like
width.
you can literally see both sides of his body, like his body on both sides of that pole.
Yeah, I did think
ridiculous.
that was a little funny.
But the fact,
and they can't hit him.
And then the fucking mom too. How, like, she's standing there on the phone talking to the husband, and she's got the gun and she's got it pointed at him, and she's like, "Where are you? We need you." And it's like, bitch, you can have this conversation later. Fucking shoot this guy dead and move on with your life. Because at that point, we didn't know that the other guy existed.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we knew he existed. We didn't know he was across the way. Oh, we kind of did.
No, I'm talking about the dead guy.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
The guy at the end.
Sure.
So we thought at that point that guy was the guy that was in charge of all this stuff.
What happened to him? Oh, he gets his head smashed by Adam with the toilet cover.
With the toilet seat. Or not the toilet seat. Yeah,
the toilet
right,
cover of the back of it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's go through some things here. As far as rating wise, it's got a 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb. Would you agree with that?
7.6.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say solid 7.
Really?
Yeah.
It is a 51% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That I don't think is right. I think that should be higher. Rotten Tomatoes is always weird.
Yeah, they're really like
Rotten Tomatoes
snobs.
Yeah.
But they say so. Their description of it is unapologetically gruesome and gleefully twisted. Like, I don't really think it's that gruesome of a horror movie.
I mean, but it's not gory. The idea behind it is pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. I mean, and the fact that it's like this guy he does, like they say in the movie, he never really kills anybody.
Right.
They all
so it's not murder.
Fabricate. Well, it's still.
It is murder.
It's a bunch of other crimes.
Right.
So
by the way, that the wife, I remember I said that she looked familiar and I couldn't think of what she's in. She's in a show called Parenthood.
Okay. So this Saw is the most highly rated of all the series on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Saw 2, 37%. Saw 3, 29%.
Do you
Saw
agree with
4,
that? Because
19%.
You've
Saw
seen
5. Saw 5, 13%. Saw 6, 40%. Oh, actually, it jumps up to 40. All right. And then there's it's like the final chapter is 10%. And then Jigsaw, 32%. Yeah, because there's a movie called Jigsaw. Which is also, I really like Jigsaw. That's a good movie. And then Spiral, 37%, the latest one, Spiral.
So, of the ones that you've seen, do you agree with those ratings?
I'd have to watch them again.
Yeah.
I think the second one is pretty good.
Do you think the first one is the best?
Just in the sense that it's
the
original, and it really like created this entire thing. First of all,
but if they were standalone movies, do you think that would be the best one?
Yeah, I think Jigsaw is really good too.
Man, and you want me to watch the rest of them, and I thought this one was not
They're
good?
still good though. This is Rotten Tomatoes. Come on, we just established they're a bunch of dicks.
That's true.
And it's you don't want to watch the other ones?
I will.
What other horror movies can we have? What ones haven't you seen? You haven't seen any of the Halloween movies?
Yeah, I have.
You have? The
Yeah,
original?
I saw the one
Which
where
one?
they were at.
Oh, that one.
Chad Michael Murray's in it.
Huh?
Chad Michael
Murray
Yeah.
from the OC?
Yeah.
What?
Or no, he was in One
Laguna
Tree Hill.
Beach?
One Tree Hill.
What one is that? He's not in any of
Yes,
those.
he is. He's her son or whatever.
That's Josh Hartnett.
No.
If you're talking about Halloween H2O,
Let
he's
me
Jamie Lee
look.
Curtis's son. Yeah, Josh Hartnett. That's not Chad Michael
Hold
Murray.
on, I'm looking it up.
You want to bet right now?
No.
You want to throw down some cash? Even though, what's yours is mine. Come on, you gotta fill the gaps here. You gotta fill the silence.
I'm trying to look. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking of Josh Hartnett. I could be wrong. And we can talk about those too, because there are some shitty Halloween movies. But I do love them. That's my favorite Halloween series, or my favorite horror movie series.
But
Am
I
right?
haven't seen many of them.
Am I right?
No, I haven't looked. I didn't find
What are
it
you?
yet.
What's his name? Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah.
What?
I
Wasn't
thought
he-
he was in the Halloween movie.
You know what's funny? I know a guy named Chad Murray.
You know what? Well, I don't know if I can say this. Never mind.
What?
It's work stuff.
Oh yeah, don't talk about it. Yeah, he's not in it, dude. He's not in
Are
it.
you sure?
It's Josh Hartnett.
Can I see a picture?
You're talking about Halloween H2O is what you're talking about, because that's the only movie in which Jamie Lee Curtis has a kid, or son.
Can I see a picture?
Of who? Josh Hartnett?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
I swear to God it was him.
it's not that guy right there. He's in Halloween H2O.
That's not what I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
that's what you're thinking of. But
He's really not in it?
no,
What am I thinking of?
I don't know. Probably some fantasy you got because you live an unfulfilled life, I guess.
Wow.
When it comes to your love life,
That's
you
not
married
true.
me. You hashtag settled.
I did not settle.
All right, but back to Saw. So, are we gonna do another one with Saw, or are we gonna start something new?
I think we should branch out.
Branch out.
Yeah.
What's one? Have you seen any of the Nightmare on Elm Streets?
No.
So, all right, that'll be the next one. Nightmare on Elm Street. Got all of them.
Okay.
Every single one. Some of them suck,
Okay.
but we're gonna watch them.
Okay.
That's the beauty in horror movies, Carissa.
Yeah, I know.
Is that some of them are just so horrible that they're good. I mean,
I'm
that's
still
like
stuck on this Chad Michael Murray thing.
that's just like the concept of the Evil Dead. Nobody likes the Evil Dead.
The Evil
because,
Dead was
because
great.
it's because it's
Because it's so bad.
Have you even watched it?
The original, babe,
What?
come on.
What?
You know I've watched it.
Did you watch it with me?
No, I watched it, and then remember we went and saw it in
You saw the
Madison.
musical, yeah.
I've seen it.
Did you see the remake?
No, I didn't see the remake. I
You
saw
got
the.
it.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a different vibe.
Well, I assumed it
But
would
Sam
be.
Raimi still made it. The same guy that made the original one made the
Really?
remake. Yeah. Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, who plays Ash.
Gotcha.
Somebody asked me if Ashton was named after Ash from The Evil Dead.
Really?
I don't remember who it was. It was recent. Or I think it was Madison. She goes, didn't you name Ashton after that? After Ash and The Evil Dead? And I was just like, first of all, his full name's Ashley.
Right.
I was like, no. I didn't. But if you think, I think he
Though,
should be
honestly-
Ash for Halloween. Get the little chainsaw arm.
Yeah, I know,
That'd
but
be
you
so
have
cute.
to convince him.
He'd look so cute as a little zombie killer.
He wants to be Chucky.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not. He's about the size of.
I know.
He could be one. Is that one you'd watch? Would you watch Child's Play? Come on.
It's so creepy.
It's not.
It's so creepy.
I turned Child's Play 3 on. It was on the TV for 2 seconds. And you're like, turn this off. Turn this off.
Yeah.
Why?
It's so creepy.
This is the point of this podcast: is to break you through your shell and to
That's
face
not
your
the
fears.
point of this
face,
podcast.
face the
you
fears.
act like this podcast was the reason we're doing this.
It is.
Solely so that I overcome my fear of horror movies, which I don't really have. I don't have a fear of horror movies.
Well, let's
I
go
don't like
through.
dolls and clowns. Those are the two things.
So
I
we
don't
can't
like.
watch it.
I mean, I guess I will. This one
I
had the
interviewed-
stupid puppet in it, and I watched it.
I interviewed a kid from the remake of it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Wyatt Olaf or some shit like that. I think that was his name. I don't know who he played, but he's in the movie. He's one of the kids. But yeah, I interviewed him. He was
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, that was the first like quote unquote celebrity interview I ever did on radio.
Do you remember that one horror movie that we watched on Netflix with
with Judy Greer, Good Boy with the dog?
No, that's not the one I was talking about. I was talking about the one that you interviewed the girl from the Netflix movie. The one that didn't get
Huh?
The one that had the really good last 30 minutes or whatever. Do you remember that?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Ashley or whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked that one.
What was that one called?
I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
It's not coming to me. I would have to. I have to look back. It was good.
There's a podcast episode on it where we interview her. The end of it was good.
Yeah.
Shit.
It was like the last 20 minutes were like,
yeah,
what?
Headshot.
What? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Headshot?
Maybe.
No.
Hush. That's a good one.
Hush is a good one.
All right. So, first we got to stick with I think we stick with the classic horrors. So next, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
We're going to do Halloween for sure.
Yeah.
We got to do Child's Play. Let's do the remake of Child's Play with Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker, is the voice of it. Fucking April Ludgate is in it. Aubrey Plaza. She's the mom in that one.
She's what?
She's the mom in that one.
She's the mom?
Did I stutter? Yeah, she's the mom.
I don't see her playing a mom, but okay.
Well, she's in it, so we could do that.
All right.
We'll try to make this as frequent as the thing as we can.
Yeah.
All right, so if Saw were a beer, would you drink it or would you dump it? I don't even know what you're going to say. You're going to dump it.
Dump it.
You're a fucking loser. That's what you are. I can't believe you're just shattering my childhood. You're shattering it. I worked so hard to convince my mother to drag my happy ass to the fucking video store. There was no internet. There's no internet. There's no illegally downloading this stuff.
There was. It's called.
I just didn't have it.
Called LimeWire, but you didn't have it.
I didn't have it. We didn't have any internet until I graduated high school, and I moved out. And then my mom's like, "Now would be a good time to have the internet." So that's what she did. And then she took me to the video store. I got the last one on VHS. I had to rewind that sucker.
See,
People don't know what rewinding means.
This is why
it's like a 3-minute process. And then you gotta fast forward through like endless commercials.
Yeah.
Man.
Previews.
The
See,
work I had to do to watch this movie, and you're just dismissing it.
See, and this is why I think that you think it's such a great movie, because you have the nostalgia of like, oh man, I had to go through all this stuff, and then I was able to watch it, and then there was this big twist at the end, and oh my gosh, it was so crazy, but it's not really that great of a movie.
Shut your fucking mouth. It is good. It's good.
It's all right.
If it were a beer, I would drink it, and I would buy it again.
I would
That's how
dump
good it was. Yeah. I'm gonna dump
and I would
you.
only drink it if it was the only option.
Okay. Well, how about the seltzer? So we drank Eagle Park Brewing Company Mango Hard Seltzer, a demo track release, it's called. It's got a little cassette tape can on it.
Yeah.
I kind of like the artwork.
I do too.
It's very refreshing. It's very good.
I told you, we say that about every single seltzer that we drink. It's very refreshing.
I mean, I think that's the point of seltzer, isn't it?
Yep.
Be refreshing and to...
Yeah. I like it.
Would you drink it while watching a horror movie?
Not this particular horror movie again.
Yeah. What horror movie do you like? Let's establish those boundaries. What ones do you like? Because I got stories for all of these ones.
I don't really have I can't think of one on off the top of my head
Really?
that's like, that's a great horror movie.
You ever see like the remake of
Hush was really good.
Hush? Is that really horror though?
It's more suspense.
That is a really good movie though.
Yeah, it is.
I recommend it. Everyone watches that. And also lock your doors after watching that movie. So
yeah, and close your blinds.
Close your blinds. Okay, so well, that's it. That's the Honeymoon is horror.
Yep. The first of many.
Yeah. The Honeymoon is horror, meaning like we watch horror movies. Not that like my life isn't like a horror movie ever since the honeymoon ended.
Right.
It's not a metaphor. I swear, it is not a metaphor for my current love life.
That's right.
See? All right. Do you want to play a game?
Goodbye.
That was fucking...
Pew pew audio. Goodbye, everyone.